Los Angeles, California, we have the Mad Scientist Party Hour.
What is up, fellow frienderinos, and welcome back to another episode of Mad Scientist Party Hour. My name is Kevin Kraft, joined once again by a man who has donated his pants, underwear, and penis to science, and is currently jacking a dildo off at us, trying to pass it off as his own flesh. That's Jeff Clark.
Hey, what's up, guys?
And beaming to us from the top of the Empire State Building, the bearded booger-eating gorilla known as Shuddy Boy. Yo, brat, brat.
Brat, brat.
I know, the show's not as interesting as your side tab, Shuddy, but...
Oh, you know what? I'm not even gonna fucking deal with that today. I have so much going on that I really could tell you guys that you should be recording without me. So if that's the ball busting you want to start off right out of the gate with, I can just go do the stuff that,
Hey,
that actually
Shuddy,
pays my
we're
bills.
we're making sure you're paying attention.
Kevin, 15 seconds in the show, and you're already fucking ruining its future and its and the comfort level around here. All right, great. Now Shuddy's pissed. Hope you're happy.
Jeff, the writing's on the wall. Shuddy's looking for an excuse to quit the show again. I can see it in his eyes.
Well, if his excuse is gainful employment, then it's gonna be tough to combat that one.
I mean, I know I said it in the Easter egg, but the honeymoon period of winning the Super Bowl, that happiness is really fleeting, huh?
I mean, I haven't had much. It was. I didn't even think about the Super Bowl until Saturday morning, and then the Super Bowl ended, and I've been back in the fucking heat of the
Back to the
work.
default cranky settings.
You on Friday though had time to either after work or took off of work to celebrate with your fellow cheesesteak eating maniacs, right?
Yeah, so I got a hotel room in the city. So Sunday, after the Super Bowl, the Eagles put up a cryptic post that just said, "See you Friday." I mean, it's obviously not that cryptic, but we all took that to mean that the parade was going to be on Friday. So I immediately booked a hotel room for Thursday night. So I stayed in the city Thursday night instead of having to get in there Friday morning, which was the way to fucking do it.
I thought you had like a Kramer thing going where you were like so confident the Eagles were going to win that you had this hotel booked for like a year.
No. So the year after they won their first Super Bowl, on opening day of the season, I did that very thing. And they didn't even go to the Super Bowl. So I have not ever done it again for fear of jinxing it.
Oh, so that's like that was like a like I don't wash my jersey the whole time the Eagles are in the playoff type thing. Like if I book the hotel in advance, then the Eagles won't win.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, it worked.
It's fucking. I mean, finally it worked. Finally it worked. But it was really the way to do it. Like, it was fucking awesome. It was hell to get into the city on Thursday night. Like, I left at 20 after 6 thinking I'd miss all the rush hour traffic. But so many people got the idea to do exactly what I was doing, and that I should have left before everybody else got out of work. But I did wait till we were done with Queef or No Queef to leave. I should have left early and recorded Queef or No Queef in the hotel room is what I should have done. But went out for drinks with the new members of Big Acai that I'm working with. Got a little toasty.
Your capos?
Had some bomb-ass Korean barbecue. And watched Little Big League before I went out for drinks.
Little Big League. Who's in that one, Jeff?
I mean, Rookie of the Year. Rookie of the
Oh.
Year.
Oh, wait, that's not the one
I
that
don't
you
know
told
who-
Curtis Armstrong he was in, and he was like, nope. And you were like, oh, yeah. And then you
No,
Jeffed
that wasn't
him?
that wasn't a baseball movie at all. That was that movie Bully with Rick Moranis and Tom
Oh,
Arnold.
yeah.
I
Little
never
Big
accused
League.
Booger of being in a baseball movie. Wasn't it about the son of the Minnesota or the grandson of the Minnesota Twins owner who died?
Yes,
Or
that's
the
that. That's
grandpa
what that
died
one was.
and gave the team to his grandson, who's a huge baseball fan.
Yes, that is correct.
And Rookie
That
of the
is
Year,
correct.
that's the one where, like, a kid's jacking off and he gets struck by lightning, and then he can throw super fast pitches.
Yeah, sure. That's what we'll go with. Instead of that, he like had some sort of klutz moment during a little league game and stepped on a ball and fell in a way that broke his arm. And then when it healed, it was you know, a rocket.
So essentially, you're saying 100% medically accurate,
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
much like Human
And-
Centipede.
And it coined the term that was around for a little while of funky butt loving.
That's what it was. Because like when you texted that, I think I was walking Lucy, and I said something about like, you sent that thing, and I was like, oh, come on, Shuddy. Even I know what that movie is. And I don't think you guys
Yeah, and-
believe me that I could identify Rookie of the Year by a screenshot.
Yeah, of just the kid sitting on a doctor's table.
And I was like,
but
what was that thing that he said?
immediately after I took that picture is when the funky butt loving thing happened.
Let's
Like
bring
it
that
was
back.
almost instantaneous.
That's he like punches a doctor in the nuts, and the doctor says funky butt loving, right?
So the kid's arm is like this. For those who can't see me, he's like in a waving position. That's how it was casted for some reason. And so the doctor cuts the cast off and tells him to rotate his arm forward. And when he does, he smacks him in the face and like busts the doctor's nose.
Yeah, funky butt
Gary-
loving. I mean, if you think about it, like, I know they were trying to be like, well, he can't say motherfucker, so let's just throw in some funny combination of words since it's a kids movie. But funky butt loving, that also sounds like it could be the name of a porno. Like it's not just any
Yeah.
butt. That's a funky butt, and I'm gonna get all up in there.
Yeah. And then I got back to the hotel around midnight. I was still wanting to party. So
Of
I
course.
very briefly, I went up to my hotel room, talked myself into going back out, even though I had nobody to go out with. Walked back downstairs, decided I didn't want to go back to go out by myself, and went upstairs and got stoned. Spent $16 from the mini bar on M&Ms and cashews to snack on.
Wait, did you go all the way outside and then
I
just
did.
walk
Oh
back
yeah.
in?
Oh yeah. All the way outside. I even started to like walk half a block, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to do this.
Did you rent any hotel porno?
No.
Like
I-
that time in Myrtle Beach, huh? She needed a walk.
I watched Abbott Elementary and went to bed, and then 3 a.m. the neighbors on one side must have either just gotten back from partying or were starting to pregame. And then at 5 a.m., the other side of me, they definitely got up to start pre-gaming. So then I was up at 5:30, and I was on the street by 7, wandering around, and in my spot at 7:30.
What did it
Wait, you were
look like?
solo? Dom didn't go?
No, I was solo.
No Mark Rooster?
Mm.
No Mark Rooster. It was me, and then Kay and her boyfriend met up with me, and again, my new capos. So there were eventually 5 of us, but nobody else was awake. I could not sit still, so I was standing out in the wind chill by myself for 3 hours.
So did you have a hotel for 2 nights so you could wake up, be in Philly, and then get wasted with all the other Philly scumbags?
No, just the one night.
Ooh.
I didn't get wasted, but I drank some Jägermeister.
Okay.
I had some Fireball.
Ooh. God damn it, Shuddy. Just keeping that inner 17-year-old alive.
Yeah, well, the things I got to witness, other than the amazingness of the Super Bowl parade, is uh, where we were standing. There was a kid, somewhere between 15 and 17, slumped over, puking his guts out with a water bottle like scrunched up in his hand, which just means he took a water bottle of vodka to the face
Oh, yeah.
and couldn't handle it. And literally, luckily, he had good friends with him. Like, there was always one of them with him, making sure he was okay. If the others wandered off, there was always one of them with him. So, but like, he was either, again, for those who can't see, he was either like slumped like this, with his
like,
hands on his knees.
kind of like you fell
or he
asleep
was-
at school on your desk.
Yeah. Or like this, because we were sitting, we were standing on steps, so he was sitting on a step, or he was like this.
Just slump back. Your classic passed out in a chair pose.
Like fucking, like practically dead. Like if his friends had left him, there would have been concern there. But
Pretty
then,
much me yesterday at Torrey Pines.
as soon as the first bus of the Philadelphia Eagles parade came out, this kid got like the most massive second wind because beads were being thrown and he's jumping. He's like in the crowd, jumping in the air. And,
Boot and rally.
And Michaela was like, well, he's back to normal. I was like, wait, the kid was just fucking like, he just like got a jolt of adrenaline and was back. But then I saw a woman who was a drunk woman old enough to know better, get her ass whooped by three younger girls. Younger girls in front of her kid.
It?
So I don't know what set off the tussle.
In front of her
Was
kid.
there any racial component?
No, they were all white women. They were all white women.
Nice.
But I don't know what led up to it. What I do know from what I was able to gather is the woman in her adult years swung first. Now, I don't know what the three girls did to provoke the swing. They might not have been in the right, but she must have been arguing with one of the girls and went to swing at her, but was drunk and threw that punch wildly, hit one of the other friends, then swung again, missed again and hit the other friend, and then the three of them just stomped her.
Wow, so she threw
Was
two
there
punches
blood?
and missed and also connected.
Yes, correct.
Wow. I mean,
Was there blood?
There was not blood. It got broken up pretty quick, but like she was like crying. The kid was crying.
oh no.
Like it was.
How old was the kid that just watched their mom get fucking shit whipped?
in north or south of 10 or 10 years old, give or take 2 years.
Yikes.
That sucks.
Probably, yeah, like, yeah. But, otherwise it was sick. Brandon Graham.
So wait, what happens? Take me through a Super Bowl parade, because like the only parades I really know of are like, you know, the Thanksgiving one. And there's floats and there's fucking Santas, but like I guess the you know, it seems like the parade comes pretty quickly after the win, so you can't exactly do too much planning. So is it short? Because like they don't really have floats, I'm guessing.
Define short. So it's buses. You know those double-decker city tour buses?
Yeah. There's a lot of those in LA.
So they vinyl those up. They vinyled those up in Eagles Midnight Green, you know, Super Bowl champions. And then the players drove by on a lot of those up top, throwing beads, celebrating, chugging beers, drinking
pulling their titties
Fireball.
out.
I mean,
usually
probably
beads and titties tend to go hand in hand when they're being thrown
They
out.
probably do. I mean, I didn't see any titties, but I also was not looking for titties.
Did you flash your titties?
I did not flash my titties. It was fucking cold. The wind was rough. Like it was in the mid 30s, but with the wind chill, it was in the mid 20s.
Ugh.
Um, I got to the spot at so what happens is at some point they shut down crossing the street. So if you're on one side, you can't get to the other. And I was separated from everybody else because everybody else was a normal human being in my group and got up at a normal hour and wasn't standing out in the cold at a quarter to 8 a.m. So I was on the other side of the street from them. I had to lie to police to let them to escort me across the street.
Hey, I'm Taylor Swift. Can you let me cuss?
But so I was out there from 7:30. They did 7:45. They started the parade at 11 at the stadium, but it was 12:45 before they got to where I was standing. And then it was over roughly by 12:54.
Okay.
They were all passed. So yes.
So what sort of shenanigans follow that? I mean, you have a job and a family to get back to, so...
Yeah, we left the city because I thought it was going to take forever to get home. So we left at the earliest opportunity. But there were lines at every bar off the parade route of people going to get in. So people were just hunkering down to drink and party. So that would have been the option. Like next year, it's going to be 2 nights of hotel. So that way partying can happen after the parade. But Brandon Graham, Jeff, has 3 of the best
ball sacks?
No, he
Lines?
is a defensive end. But no, 3 best pictures I took of the parade because he was dancing on the float, but in one hand he was double fisting 2 slices of pizza.
Oh, wow. What an animal.
So, let's see if I can.
I mean, if I had just won the Super Bowl, I would be double fisting 2 actual pizzas. I would just like fold them up so an entire pie could fit in one hand, and I'd be fucking biting one, biting the other, rubbing the other one in my ass crack, trying to shove it up my butt so I'm getting pizza from both ends. This is just
Have you ever seen someone?
Diet Kevin talking, though.
Have you ever seen someone like fold up a pizza into like a 1 triangle and squeeze it into a Ziploc bag?
No. I would rather just
Seen that on Instagram
shove it into
before.
my mouth. Why are they putting it in a bag? I'll show you guys some
To
photos.
store it.
Oh. No, fuck that. That's un-American. That's the way to do it. So,
Yeah. It's punishing pizza.
was there any other debauchery that you saw? I guess if you're just doing a parade, you're staying in one spot. It's not like Mardi Gras where you're sort of like wandering around, right?
Correct. No, but I mean, it was just a parade of Borgs. The kids were they all had Borgs with them. It was just a parade of Borgs.
Did you hear any gunshots?
No, that shooting was not even at the parade. It was in a completely different neighborhood that the parade didn't even pass through. It was just coincidental that it was on the day of the parade, during the parade.
Not according to Fox News.
That was just just an everyday Philadelphia shooting.
Yeah. Someone got their order wrong at Burger King, and you know how it goes.
Just so happened to be parade day.
Yeah. 20th and Spring Garden was not on the parade route.
Yeah. Well, shout out to you and
Pretty
your
sweet.
Eagle Shuddy.
It was a lot of fun, though. It was a lot of fun.
And also, quick shout out to my sister, Joy, and her husband, Jeff, who just had another baby. So my uncle duties are compounding on top of each other.
So they named their kid after your dog. That's
Yeah.
nice.
Lucy, baby Lucy is here, so now I'm going to have to be a little bit more specific. But yeah, I got a trip back to meet the baby. Thank God I still have a whole bunch of points that I can just use for miles. So I'm going back to see the new baby. I mean, there's Joy has 2, Larry has 1, Charlie has 1. I'm now like a 4-time uncle, and I gotta go head back east and do some uncle duty.
You gotta get your bun in the muff or your muffin in the oven, huh?
No.
Yeah, I'm with you. Sorry, I only said that because I know neither one of our ladies listen. So
Yeah, it's nice to be able to escape.
Mine does.
To not be locked in.
Yeah, you just do parachute baby stuff.
Yeah, I'll pop in, hang out, make some silly noises, some silly faces, and then just go back to.
You gotta change.
Only having.
You gotta change a diaper.
I have one person whose diaper I'm concerned with changing, and that's my own.
You should be good for the podcast.
To change a diaper?
For you to talk about the experience of changing a diaper. I mean, you handling baby poop is pretty on brand.
Yeah, I'm sure it would go wrong. And something would happen.
Yeah.
And
it got in my mouth.
Yeah.
Kevin, how did it get in your mouth?
Farted a turd nugget, and I was going, whoa! And in slow motion, bing, bong, bonk.
Yeah. She farted. I laughed. That just got right in my mouth.
What about you, Jeff? You had an interesting weekend, right?
Yeah, I had a whole bunch that went down.
A whole bunch of golf shit, right?
Yeah, we can talk a little bit about Valentine's Day because I allegedly pulled one of the most unhinged moves my girlfriend has ever seen while driving back from her Valentine's Day activity. But first, I'll start with going to the Genesis Invitational yesterday.
The Sega Genesis?
No, the Genesis, the car.
Way lamer. Way lamer.
Yeah, for sure. I don't really have any Genesis car commentary, but I've never looked at one, honestly. So, anyways, we went to the Genesis Invitational last year. Me and my girlfriend, the homie Brendan actually gave me tickets last year, and it was the first golf tournament that me or my lady ever attended. It was at Riviera Country Club up there in the Pacific Palisades. And me and my girlfriend had a fucking blast. We both like golf a lot. I got her into golf.
Was it as fun as it looks in Happy Gilmore?
No.
Like you get to be all close up to where, like standing around where the action's happening?
Oh, yeah, you can. I mean, for the good players, it's really tough. You know, like yesterday, Rory McIlroy and Scotty Scheffler were playing together. You might know who Rory McIlroy is.
That sounds familiar.
No?
Yeah.
Okay. Scotty Scheffler is currently the best player in the world. Rory McIlroy is just third, technically, but pretty much second, if not the best himself. So them playing together, there's just massive.
Tiger Woods is number one?
No, Scotty Scheffler is number one. Tiger Woods actually hosts the Genesis Invitational, and he was going to play. He was going to make a season debut this week at it, but his mom recently died. And he's still kind of grieving her loss, so he didn't end up playing. But he was there to give the winner the trophy on the 18th green.
Mr. McIlroy, is this your ball? It struck my foot.
Yeah, we actually saw Scotty Scheffler hole out from the bunker on the 15th green. My girlfriend has a city card, and they have like a special tent for city card holders that was in shade and had its own like little drink area and table. So we right next to the 15th green. So we parked there and watched a few of the groups come through, and Scotty holed out from the bunker. So
do you get to drink during all this?
What's up?
Do you get to drink? Like, are you partying? Then you get like wasted?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
For sure. They have a whole bunch of different drink options. We started out with espresso martinis. Um, but they got a lot of one. They had like a whole Tito's tent, and Tito's had a bunch going on. But
I
I
like Tito.
actually I had like a half a espresso martini before I had to back out. So remember when I sent you guys photos of this, and I think I talked about it on the podcast, but Cheech, a very powerful gummy, weed gummy on Christmas.
Yeah.
Cheech put in a lot of work on Christmas cooking and did a phenomenal job and had a weed gummy right when he's like pretty much got finished cooking so he could be super high or be high and eat his food, enjoy his food. Well, he got so high that he couldn't even eat. He fell asleep with the plate of food on his lap. I recently went to the dispensary. They gave me the same edible as like a add-on or like a free throw-in because I spent X amount of money.
Yeah.
And I ended up eating that edible in the parking garage at Torrey Pines where the Genesis was. It was a 100 milligram edible.
Ooh.
I thought I was still not too far removed from my baking with Jeffy Cakes days, and I'd be able to handle it, especially when you mix in heat, booze, walking around. Like I'd be like, I thought I would be all right. This thing kicked my fucking ass, and I couldn't like. I struggled like form a sentence for a couple hours. I eventually was able to come out of it, but the first like 3 hours that I was there at the golf tournament, I was there for like 6 or 7. It was a nightmare. I thought I was at the puke.
Were you having like a bad high, or were you just so high you're just like, when did this all of a sudden become Wii golf?
I was just too high. It wasn't even panicky. It was just like, oh, this sucks. Like, I don't know. All I wanted to do was go to sleep. And I couldn't, obviously, because I was on the golf course. And then
you couldn't use the Citibank tent and be like, oh, I'm a card holder. Can I take a nap?
No, I didn't even do that. And on top of it, my girlfriend instructed me that I shouldn't do that. And she was right. So I didn't want to go down that epically. So I had to pretend like I was more sober or less affected than I was. I mean, she's probably hearing this right now, so that sucks, but whatever. She knew I was fucked up, but she didn't like kill me over it. And I did eventually come out of it, but it was really rough going for the first 3 hours. But like, I stopped drinking halfway through my first drink and didn't get another drink afterwards because I was like, I'm not going to try too hard to tough it out. Like, I'm fucked up. I got to drive home.
You need the espresso without the martini. You just needed to like,
right.
Maybe
I drank water, had a giant pretzel.
Jump in one of the water hazards, wake you up real quick.
Yeah. I think there's only one water hazard on the whole premises, but then you have the Pacific Ocean. So I could have did that maybe.
Oh yeah.
But I would have had to leave the golf course.
I'll be back. I'm going to go fight a seal.
But other than me getting super high, it was fucking fun. So again, because the LA wildfires being in Pacific Palisades, right next to the Riviera Country Club, the fire didn't affect the Riviera Country Club, but they're not going to host a golf tournament in the middle of all these people's houses getting burned down and them having to repair. So they moved the golf tournament to Torrey Pines, which is in San Diego. It's in La Jolla. And it's a bitch to walk. It's much bigger. It's much hillier. And my girlfriend, and it's like harder to navigate. Now I was fucked up. I wasn't even trying to navigate off the map, but my girlfriend, who's like much smarter than me in the first place, still kind of had her challenges navigating us around the course, and it was just fucking huge. So like, we didn't see as much of the course this year as last year, but driving in and out of San Diego is much easier than driving in and out of Santa Monica.
Yeah.
which is what we had to do last year. So it was cool. It was cool to go down the I-5 and see make that beautiful drive to San Diego. And Torrey Pines was beautiful. The concessions I thought were better this year. The drink options are better this year. But overall, it was a fun experience. So
Nice.
Genesis Invitational, I'll be going again next year, ideally, when it's back at Riv.
I should go to one of those just to see what's up. This is like a weird thing to say, but I don't exactly enjoy watching golf. I don't think I would want to play it other than outside of like putt-putt. But I like the aesthetic of golf courses. And I know that doesn't really make any sense, but I feel like if I was hanging out with you guys and drinking a little bit, that could be a fun adventure, especially if it's in La Jolla. I love San Diego and like the surrounding areas, and I got family down there.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could handle. I bet you the next time I smoke weed, no matter how much it is, I'm probably gonna have the same reaction you did to eating that fucking 100 milligram edible.
Dude, fucking rocked my shit.
I still haven't had any weed since New Year's Eve.
Oh, nice, dude. So, holding strong, huh?
Yeah.
They hold a golf tournament every year at Torrey Pines. It's called the Farmers. This year they held the Genesis there just because of the wildfire. So maybe next year we can go to the Farmers if you're down. We'll obviously talk about it beginning of 2026. Or I'm going to be doing the Genesis at Riviera, which is closer to you now. I mean, what do you send Culver to Santa Monica's?
Oh yeah,
not a bad drive at all. So maybe we can do that instead. And yeah, I mean, I think it's a lot of fun. I think you would have fun because you can watch a lot of golf if you're putting a lot of effort into it. But me and my girlfriend just kind of walk around, eat some food, drink beer. You'll pop in and out and just watch random shots, and it's cool.
Now, how often? Because if I was hanging out with you guys, obviously I would much rather be like, the appeal of it is to just be outside, having some drinks, bullshitting with you guys. How often do they hold up those little paddles where everybody has to shut the fuck up and we can't talk to each other or we'll get in trouble?
Whenever they're around the green putting, and you'll see it, right? And everyone will be quiet. Like if you talk, people will look at you like they're hitting their golf shot,
What would happen if I just went Caddyshack and like someone's putting and I'm like, noosh, noosh, miss it, Noonan. Would I get kicked out?
Thrown out.
They'd kick me out? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if it affected one of those shots, the golfer would probably get that fucking guy out of here.
I would like to see a combination of like golf and basketball rules where you can like psych people out. Because I mean, nobody's telling everybody to be quiet when someone's making a free throw. Like,
no.
If someone's like, if the kicker is going to go and kick the fucking ball in football, no one's like, ooh, shh, be quiet. We have to let him concentrate. Like, I don't know. What are you fucking pussies doing? Like, zone it out. You're tapping a fucking ball with your thingy.
Yeah, up until like 3 years ago, I would totally agree with you. I just gambling on it for the past 3 years and learning what I've learned about golf culture. I don't know. I hear what you're saying, but it makes no sense to allow that kind of behavior.
Start a separate league.
It's uncouth. It's uncouth.
Start the American League, because like didn't like the Saudis or like all the people that plotted 9/11 they took over golf.
No, they started their own league. We went to the American League yesterday, and they're still not cool with you yelling shit during the middle of swings.
Start a scumbag league.
Cool with that.
I want a scumbag league of golf. Mutant League golf, if you will. Speaking of psychogenesis.
It's just, again, it's part of the culture. Like you saw, you remember that famous Jackass stunt in the first Jackass movie where they fucking honk the horn while the guy's swinging. And that guy wasn't on TV. And the point of it is that you can do this to regular people and it really fuck up their day.
Yeah.
Like it's just part of the whole culture. And like, I don't know. I got a bunch of my friends and colleagues asking me, like, dude, you're going to golf tournaments, you're going to golf? Like, nah, dude, golfing's not for me. Like, you have to be like, golf is like all sports are humbling, but golf is super humbling in that you have to be bad at it for years before you're ever good. Like, you have to be horrible. And I just don't have that kind of patience, time, like
Yeah, it's expensive too, right?
yeah, finances, like,
Yeah.
and I mean, there's some beautiful golf courses out here, obviously, but to go to a nice one, you're spending. I mean, you could spend up to I think Pebble Beach to play Pebble Beach $700.
Oh,
For one
Yeah.
green fee? Like
For a
that's one
round. Is that
time.
what you're saying? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
for one round, like greens fees for one round of golf is $700.
I think I rounded up from 650, but yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah. Pebble
still, I
Beach.
mean,
Yeah.
I better get a chunk of gold at the end that's worth $650.
They had one where they showed this person who was, and I think it's by lottery, who got to play Pebble Beach. And it's not like everyone has money. You're not going to enter the lottery,
Yeah.
to get something you can't pay for. But this person had money, and their choice, or the only available date they had was when it was like 50-degree or 50-mile-per-hour winds. And I don't even know how this person, it was a normal amateur, like a normal human, like going out there and trying to play in these conditions, like you're fucked. You can't.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can't do anything.
I mean,
you can't do anything.
Even I know, just from my experiences playing Wii golf and Nintendo Switch golf, 50-mile-per-hour wind. That is, I hate when that happens.
Yeah, yeah. Like the pros, the wind was pretty bad on Friday at Torrey Pines, and the pros got fucking killed. And like if you're an amateur, like you're not breaking 100 in one of these tough PGA Tour courses. But yeah, I mean, so golf is sick. I think you'd have fun with it. But heads up, dude, it's $100 for tickets, for one ticket.
Ooh. Well, hopefully I'm in a
Yeah.
better place next year than I am right now.
It's a financial commitment. We sprung. Actually, her mom bought us like the parking as like a Valentine's Day present, and the parking was $75.
Oh,
It's
oh
$20.
my God.
It's $20 cocktails, so you're looking at $500.
I'm gonna be like that kid that Shuddy saw puking all over himself. I'm just gonna sneak in a water bottle full of vodka.
It'd be tough to do that because they have a rule where all of the pocketbooks or backpacks that you have to be clear.
Oh, it's going in my prison wallet.
Nice, dude.
I'm gonna find the skinniest bottle of water I can find and just shove it up my ass. Well, speaking of Valentine's, how was your guys' Valentine's?
I spent it with a million other Eagles fans, so
Oh,
Romantic.
hey, did you get lucky?
very romantic.
You watch some mom get her fucking head beat, man. That's cool. My Valentine's Day was cool. I just hogged a bit of the airtime here. Do you have any Valentine's Day shenanigans they're gonna do, Kevin?
Well, neither Carl or myself are like super into like the spirit of Valentine's. It's just kind of, we both find it just a little silly. So we did we did it a day early. So
Yeah, but however, counterpoint. A lot of people in LA feel that way, and they try to beat the system. I'm sure you went to a completely crowded restaurant.
it was, yeah. So it's actually in the same chain of restaurants that you and I are going to with our ladies tomorrow. This one's just in Hollywood. I thought it was in Beverly Hills, but it's in Hollywood, not too far from my first apartment. And it was crowded, and funny enough, Bert Kreischer and his wife were like 2 tables over,
Nice.
with like 2 other couples. But it was, dude, this place. I would say wear pull-ups because you're gonna giz yourself.
What's it called?
What, the place that we're going to tomorrow?
No, I looked at that place.
Oh.
Where did you go?
We went to this place called Mother Wolf. And
Okay.
same owner, same style. They even have some of the same dishes, but it's like it's all in-house handmade pasta with just sauces that will change your life. I feel like the first time Carl and I went there, which was a couple years ago, I said that this would probably be my death row last meal. if I wasn't going for punishment, like, man, you motherfuckers are going to kill me. All right, I'm eating Chipotle. I want to drink a big thing of apple juice and give me some cauliflower and Brussels sprouts. So right when you murder me, I'm just going to fill this room with horrible farts. Fuck you all for killing me. But if I'm going
It looks
specific,
like pretty much the same thing as the place we're going to tomorrow.
Yeah.
It looks phenomenal. But
dude, I'm telling you, this pasta, like, I've had really good pasta before. Been lucky to have very good food my whole life. Like, working in New York, got taken to some pretty cool restaurants there. New York has great food. I've traveled to, made a few international stops here and there in my life and found some hidden gems. And I always thought pasta is like, pasta fucking rules. It's one of my favorite foods. It's delicious. But it's like, all right, yeah, here is where pasta is. It just fucking kicks ass. This place found a way to just shoot past it, where every time we go, we stuff our face way past the point of no return. And you just can't stop. It's that fucking good. So this place, like tomorrow, I hope you guys are ready, because I'm at the point now where, like, I took, like, my mom and my stepdad here when they were in town last, and I was like, fuck, I hope I'm not overselling this. They still tell people, like, about that dinner we had. Like, talk to their friends about it.
can't wait.
So it's epic. But yeah, we went to a place like that, and then watched new episode of Severance, and I kind of thought Carl wanted to watch. She was talking about, like, oh, well, let's put on, you don't watch a lot of rom-coms or romantic movies, so maybe we'll watch, like, The Notebook or Pride and Prejudice. And then she changed her mind at the last minute. And let me see, what movie did we end up watching? Hold on, bear with me. We watched The Bank Job, the Joyce and Statham movie.
Nice.
Because, when I think rom-com, I definitely think The Bank Job.
Look, I straight up put it out there. I'm like, you pick. Let's watch one of those romantic movies that I've never seen. And she was like, fuck that. She's like, let's watch a Statham movie.
Did The Bank Job come before or after The Italian Job?
I think before, because it's a straight up, like, British movie. So, like, there's not too many other big name people in it other than Statham. Italian Job was 2003. Okay, so Italian Job was first. But yeah, kept it fairly low key. I mean, and our anniversary is next month too, so it's just like, sometimes it's too much. It's like, you got Christmas, and then right after that is fucking Valentine's Day, and then right after that is our anniversary. So we're just like, you know what? Valentine's Day is just like a corporate made up holiday. Let's go for it on our anniversary.
Nice, dude. I'm happy you and Carl got that arrangement worked out.
Yeah.
My Valentine's Day, got a reservation at this place on 2nd Street called Satan's Second, which my brother has been recommending to me for a while, and a bunch of other Long Beach locals have been recommending to me. So it was the first time I checked that out on Valentine's Day. They had a Valentine's Day specific menu, and it was awesome. Me and my girlfriend both really enjoyed it. We got a calamari or a charcuterie board to start, and then I got a risotto with Colossus shrimp, which I just feel like are prawns, but they said Colossus shrimp, and it did have the heads on it. It looked like a prawn. I don't know why they didn't just go with that. I think prawns sound gross, so maybe that's why they didn't go with it. Like, what would you rather eat, a Colossus shrimp or a prawn?
I think a colossal shrimp.
Right.
And it is strictly a fucking branding issue.
And yeah, my girlfriend got a squid ink lobster pasta.
Fuck.
Which was again, it was fucking sick. We shared it. Similar game plan we're gonna have tomorrow when we go to dinner. Get a couple choices and we split them.
Cheese and ham sandwich.
Well, yeah, the thing we're doing tomorrow is like family style. So everything we order, we all just like take some.
I love that.
Reese
Little
PC
little pasta orgy. Me, you, my lady, and Carl.
Corn
So
Mahi Chew.
that isn't gay to eat the same thing as somebody else if it comes family style.
If you share it, absolutely not. What can I say?
Yeah, only if you Lady in the Trampet.
Well, that's okay. So mine not liking to order the same thing as people is also next level obesity. Like if you get the same thing as me, then I can't try what you got,
Oh,
and
it's
that
very
pisses me off.
fat, juicy slab of meat.
So that's really where the issue is.
Yeah, that's
You,
that's probably 90% of the issue, really.
yeah, you'd much rather say that it's gay and that you're not doing that than to say I'm just a fat bastard. And if we get the same thing, that's one less dish I get to try a bite of because I
Yeah.
would need to.
Calling the person who orders the same thing as me gay is much better than calling myself fat. You're right. But it's the same thing. And really it's more me being fat, like you just described or just explained. After dinner we went to a movie. Well, we went to Dave and Buster's, which is right
fuck
next
yeah.
to the movie theater. We went to go see Becoming Led Zeppelin, which is a documentary about Led Zeppelin
The
becoming
Rolling
Led Zeppelin.
Stones, right?
yeah, it was documentary about Led Zeppelin, right?
I've seen the trailer for
the
that a bunch
three-
of times. They're always showing it
pretty
before
good.
movies. Are you a
It's
Led
pretty
Zeppelin
good.
fan?
I am, yeah.
Okay. See, I'm not, so it was kind of like, all right, I'm not terribly interested in that.
Okay, are you not a fan of the Beatles, the Who, Rolling Stones, Led Zeppelin? Like, is that just not your genre of music, or do you like those other bands and not Led Zeppelin?
No, I'm not a big that era of classic rock. Like once you
Okay,
start getting
fair
into
enough.
AC/DC, like I like AC/DC. Obviously, I love Black Sabbath and Ozzy. I think once you start getting into hair metal, just being like a child of the 80s and that being what was playing in the car when I was driving around with my aunt and uncle and like always looked up to them, so I just found like hair metal cool, I guess.
It is
Um,
cool.
I don't know. Led
Yeah,
Zeppelin. I don't
I-
like hate Led Zeppelin. I don't know. It's kind of just a little boring to me.
I like that era of music. Beatles and Led Zeppelin are a toss up for me. After that, I prefer the Who over Rolling Stones. I Pink Floyd over the Who and the Rolling Stones, but I don't know. I like all that music, and I kind of go through um, phases with it. Like in college, I got really into that kind of music. But I went into college a huge hip hop fan, and hip hop is what I listen to mostly still to this day. But no, Led Zeppelin kicks ass. I like Led Zeppelin a lot, and I was down to see the documentary. And when we saw the a commercial for it, my girlfriend threw it out there as as a Valentine's Day movie, and I was not really sure what I was going to do on Valentine's Day, so it was a lifeline. I was like, oh, yeah, fuck yeah, let's do that. I would love to see that. And I was down. Like I do like Led Zeppelin.
How many Led Zeppelin dicks would you suck for the documentary? I mean,
Right.
I'll blow all 4 of them.
Yeah. I will blow 4 Led Zeppelin dicks. It had great real time or archive footage that they used. They got interviews with all 3 living members of Led Zeppelin, so that was cool. John Bonham, excuse me, died in 1980. They did play Never Before Heard interviews with John Bonham from whenever the 70s, whenever he gave the interview. I actually wish it were longer. Like the Get Back Beatles documentary, which I fucking loved, I think it could have been 8 hours, 4 2-hour episodes, or it could have been 4 hours. I don't really remember, but Led Zeppelin needed to do that kind of length of documentary because they only covered like the forming of the group and the first 2 albums. but they recorded Led Zeppelin 1, 2, 3, and 4 in I think 2 years. So I would have preferred to see like a longer cut, or I don't know, continuing Led Zeppelin. I'll go see a part 2. That'd be cool. But it was awesome either way.
Nice.
And this is weird. This would have really fucking pissed you off. There were people with like these bells in the theater, and like when Led Zeppelin got done performing a song, and there was like a quick like pause in between like a change of scene or them firing up a new interview, people would ring the bells.
What the shit is that? What theater chain did you go see this in?
Regal. Oh, and I swear, this is fucking hilarious. I obviously thought of you right when I heard it, but the couple sitting next to me literally said right after the trailers, right before the start of becoming Led Zeppelin, the fucking guy literally said, "Man, I really wish that Nicole Kidman trailer would play." Like he said those exact words. He wished for the Nicole Kidman trailer. I was
People
like, wow,
still clap for
this
that.
This is the anti Kevin Kraft right here.
Yeah, I mean, if I could take a hand in helping just slap some sense into these fucking cinema chain owners to try and get people back into the habit of going to the theater, I'd be like, cut the amount of trailers you show in fucking half and get rid of 90% of the propaganda. Like if you go see a movie at AMC, you now have to sit through this thing where like this guy has a dance off with his girlfriend, and then they're racing, and then they're like in Downtown Abbey kissing, and then they're like sipping soda. I'm already in the fucking seat, man. You got my money. Yeah, start the movie quicker.
Yeah,
It's a Coca-Cola. They're not. That's just like having to turn things off and on. You're never, now that commercials are at the start of movies, you're never getting rid of them.
I know, but it's like, would you like to have more ticket sales? Because there's a way to get it, and you guys are doing the fucking opposite of it.
I don't think that's what's hurting movie ticket sales, Kevin. I don't think 5 minutes of Coca-Cola commercials.
It is though. I saw some headline where some guy was like saying the same thing. He's like, it is like, if you're gonna be fucking like, I timed it once, and it fluctuates between 25 and 27 minutes to the movie starting after the ticket time. So
I show up to the movies 20 minutes late.
Yeah, and like somebody was saying, like, if this is gonna keep happening and just keep getting worse, you gotta change the fucking time that you print on the tickets. Be like, this is when it actually starts, because it's fucking ridiculous. Because movies are getting longer, and it's like all right, well, how long of a fucking endeavor is this now? How long am I gonna have to spend at a movie theater to see like a 2 hour and 10 minute movie? And it's ridiculous.
I don't know if this is going to come up in Shuddy Boys News. I don't think we talked about it already, but I'm pretty sure the state of Connecticut is trying to push a bill through whatever, try to make a bill of law about movie theaters having to start the movie at the time that the showtime is sold for.
Now that I am all for. Like, they can, if they want to put the commercials, like they used to do that. Remember, like they used to play like commercials while the lights were on before the movie started.
Yeah.
Like they should go back to doing that, and then the fucking movie starts.
Well, it's also like now in AMC, like obviously you have to sit through the Nicole Kidman thing, and they like do this thing now where like depending on which theater you're in at the AMC, because they have like laser, IMAX, Dolby, like there's all these different fucking, each screen has a different gimmick. Now they're just like, they're sucking their own dick. Like it's like, light, since the dawn of time, has been a part of making movies, but now we have xenon bulbs and light goes faster. Like, shut the fuck up. No one wants to hear light suck its own dick. I don't need a PSA about light. You think that's what I bought a ticket for? Show the fucking movie, you bastards. And people audibly groan. Like, oh, another trailer. Oh my! But for some reason, Nicole Kidman, just because it's so fucking dumb, people are like laughing and clapping at it. I go to the movies too much, so that gimmick is long worn out its welcome.
Yeah, I agree with most of your rant. The only pushback I would have is it's a minor one. I'm cool with them playing the amount of trailers that they're playing now. I just don't want to see the Nicole Kidman bullshit commercial stuff.
That
Like,
Nicole
get me into
Kidman thing
movies.
drives me fucking insane.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
it's like tone deaf. Like I feel like they made it to like get you pumped up. Like, oh, I'm so excited to be seeing a movie. But her just be like, oh, this is a place where I come to transport myself to a world. It's like, ugh.
Well, so that was set up for AMC's whatever anniversary they were having in, I think, 2020.
Yeah.
Or it was Hollywood's anniversary or something stupid. And they just finally switched the movie trailers that they show in that commercial to things more current than fucking Creed 1.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just so sick of hearing it is the thing.
I mean, Carl and I went and saw the new Captain America, and we timed it out where we got there like as the boyfriend and girlfriend are having a dance off, and then racing each other like they're in Fast and the Furious. So we're getting pretty good at timing it where we're not spending too much time at the theater that we don't have to.
I mean, what's been a game changer for me has been the assigned seats.
Oh yeah, assigned seating's fucking great.
Having assigned seats, now I know I don't need to be there 15 minutes early to get a good seat. Like, my seat is my seat. So I bop in, like, we get to the theater right at the time the movie is supposed to start, buy snacks, get in the bathroom, and then I'm in my seat usually by the time. I never managed to miss the Nicole Kidman bullshit, but I managed to miss everything else.
I mean, the AMC that's right by us, every single seat is a recliner, and I love that too.
But you hate AMC.
I mean, it used to be a guarantee that people are just talking through the whole fucking thing, but now that I live in Culver City, there's appear to be less chatty scumbags at these showings, which is nice.
I really think that that's just a symptom of COVID.
It might have
that
been.
Everybody got used to watching movies with their friends on the couch and being able to chit chat as much as they fucking want, and it's just carried over.
Yeah, we all developed some bad habits in COVID, didn't we?
Shuddy, did you see the new Captain America?
No, but I heard it wasn't that great.
It wasn't, but it did still have some cool action and stuff. What's up, Jeff?
I got a movie to review in a second, too. Do you want to do some movie reviews? But I do got to finish my Valentine's Day story.
Oh.
Yeah.
My bad.
And then I guessed the end.
In between the dinner and the movie, we had enough time to go to Dave & Buster's, which was right next door to the theater. Played like, maybe an hour worth of games. That was fucking sweet. I split my 2-game mini series on air hockey with my girlfriend after like a 5-game winning streak I was on. So that kind of sucked, but we ended up getting out of there only playing 2 games. And what a great, that's probably a great place for a parent Valentine's Day move when you don't have a babysitter. Because I saw a whole bunch of parents there with their kids on Valentine's Day night. And I was like, yeah, that's killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Well done there.
I mean, especially if you're a cool parent, where Dave & Buster's also sounds just like a fucking sick time. Because I
booze the whole time.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of sucks that arcades have now just become corporatized. But, like, I guess it's better than them just not existing at all.
Yeah. At least you have somewhere you can play sick arcade games at, and you can drink.
And you can drink and get some food. Like, when I was back east over Christmas, we went to the Rockaway Mall, and I just remember as a kid getting dropped off at the Rockaway Mall, and that one little corridor at the end had an arcade, and it was fucking sick, man. Mall arcades were sick.
Right across from the movie theater.
Yep. Like, the golden days of arcades when, like, Mortal Kombat and Mortal Kombat 2 were there, and there was like a sketchy guy in the corner wearing a long coat who would sell you like a printout of the fucking fatalities and stuff. Like, I don't know, that era is gone, and it's now in the hands of Dave and Buster's. And I mean, it's almost like the Costco of arcades too, because like not only are there just a whole bunch of machines, but there's like the hoops, there's like the actual like physical games where like you're knocking things down with a baseball or whatever. There's the gambling aspect where you're playing the games for tickets and stuff. There's the one time when Jeff and I went, we were racing to see who could put out more of the lights, like slapping the little tap lights. Like, it's fun. I am disappointed in myself for not going to Dave & Buster's as much as I would like to.
Sorry, Jeff, go ahead.
Honestly, we played Space Invaders, but I think they didn't have like a retro gaming wing because they don't have like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They don't have Mortal Kombat. They don't have Street Fighter. So they should have something for us millennials or even the Gen Xers who grew up in the first days of the arcades.
I don't hate that.
Well, what were you saying, Jody?
My only beef with Dave & Buster's is that the food is pretty terrible.
Oh, yeah.
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 True.
Horrible. But, yeah, they can't hit a complete home run. I feel like the drinks are like relatively competitively priced.
I didn't say anything about the drinks. I said the food is trash.
Right. No, I'm just saying. Just trying to end on a positive note for Dave & Buster.
I like Dave & Buster's. If you're going to do Dave & Buster's is an after dinner move. It's not a do dinner and at Dave & Buster's and then migrate to the arcade is all I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're still hungry, get a quesadilla or something. Something that is impossible to completely fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even if it's bad, it's good.
But I do need you guys to weigh in on a driving move that I made. Probably faux pas, very, very likely a legal thing that I did while driving that I didn't realize was fucked up until immediately afterwards. Anyway, so we're driving home from our date night, and I have to take a left on the second to last street I turn on 7th Street in Long Beach. And I get in the turning lane. There's only one turning lane. I get in the turning lane and there's a pickup truck with its hazards on. So I pull up to the pickup truck and I see there's a fucking car crash like in the middle of the intersection. But one car was completely fucked up and I think it got hit so hard it got knocked to the side of the road. And then a couple other cars were like pulled off over to the side, a little banged up, with their blinkers on. But as I pull up to the pickup truck with its hazard lights on, the left green arrow turns and that car is not moving and no other cars are going. So I take it upon myself and on the right of the turn is the full lanes the cars are waiting for it to go green. So I can't get over there. I should have just waited for the green and for them all to go and get behind them. But instead I drove on the opposite side of the road, on the left-hand side of the road, and then turned left through the accident scene, drove over a couple pieces of the fucked up car and I went home. And I think my girlfriend was so stunned and in such disbelief. As I was doing it, she didn't say anything. And then after I had made the move, she's like, "What the fuck are you doing? What was that?" That was the most unhinged thing. And the first response that came to my stupid little brain was like, "I'm not gonna wait. I'm not gonna extend my drive for 3 minutes." I was able to go, so I went. And she called it the most unhinged driving move she's ever seen.
Yeah,
I don't agree with that. I think you did what you were supposed to do.
I think Russell Crowe did that in that road rage movie that I think might have been called Unhinged.
I didn't have road rage, but I did drive over a bunch of pieces of a car. I knew that I didn't see any glass, so I was good to go there, and I wasn't worried about puncturing my tire. But I'm assuming, like,
I may have
if
squished some evidence.
yeah, if the cops were there, they would have 100% had the road blocked off, and you couldn't drive there. But they didn't get there. And so there was no caution tape, so I was just like, fuck it.
Well, I will say you probably did do the wrong thing. I would say in the eyes of the rules of the road, you probably 100% did the wrong thing and probably would have gotten a ticket. But as a fellow Los Angelino, leaving the house is a fucking battle. The traffic is such bullshit. And the city, like, everything is designed to disrupt the flow of traffic. Like, every traffic light is perfectly fucking timed. No matter which direction you're going, you're hitting every single fucking light. So even if there isn't traffic, it's still taking you a stupid amount of time to only travel a handful of miles. So by the end, like, just running errands, going to the grocery store, by the time you get home, you are fucking frazzled. Like, you are Michael Douglas in Falling Down. It's stressful. It's really, really fucking stressful. It eats up so much of your day, and I can't sit here and act like I would have done anything different. If you see an opportunity to go, just fucking go, man. Like,
all right, cool. I'm happy you sided with me on this one. It's Shuddy, even though you're not a Southern California resident, I'm happy you sided with me as well. Like you said, Kevin, it's a fucking battle driving out here. You gotta be. It's kind of the Wild West. You got to be fucking hardened. But, like, if you, like, even on the freeways, like, if you get clear freeway space, you can go 90, 95 miles per hour. Like yesterday on the 5 when I was driving to Torrey Pines, me and a car were doing like 85. We both passed a cop. Cop didn't like put on its, didn't pull either one of us over because it's like, if you get freeway, just go, dude. Just fucking go.
That was the craziest thing about that time that I was out there and you had to come back for your dad's birthday party, Kevin. And I just came down to hang out with Melvin and met up with Jeff down in Long Beach. That was the craziest thing, was that you'd go there'd be nothing. And then the second it opens up, it's like the fucking Autobahn. And then you go for like 2 miles and it's a dead stop again. Like, that was bananas.
Yeah, like driving like an asshole, as long as you don't hurt anyone, like it's accepted out here. It's understood.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Mad Max. And if you can find a way to shave a little bit of time off, like 3 minutes doesn't sound like much, but who knows what's going to happen in that next 3 minutes? Another accident could happen and close off another fucking street, and now it's a 45-minute ordeal you're in. Yeah.
Oh, I'll take a left on the next block. Oh, there's a shooting. Okay, I guess I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah, I'm with you, Jeff. I'm sure the law isn't, but I'm with you.
Yeah. I'm okay with that. I'm cool with that.
So what other movie did you see? You said we're talking movies?
So getting back into the Tuesday flow, going to see a movie every Tuesday, hitting Taco Tuesday beforehand, Cold Stone on the way out. I don't think I'm going to go this Tuesday. There's nothing that good. But I went and saw Heart Eyes this past Tuesday, which is a Valentine's Day themed horror movie.
Yeah.
I'm spacing out on who was in it.
Devon
no
Sawa.
one famous.
Devon Sawa.
He was the cop, right? Did you see his movie?
I did, yeah. And Jordana Brewster from the Fast and Furious movies.
I'm a big fan of Jordana Brewster.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's who that was.
Yeah.
She looks kind of old now. She's a detective, right?
Yeah. I mean, she is older, but holy shit, is she still just a knockout.
She's still cute, but I didn't realize that was her. Maybe she's gotten some work done, but I mean,
she was also in The Faculty, right?
Jordana Brewster.
Does that sound right?
does sound right.
I haven't seen
I
The
was just
Faculty
looking
in a
at
while,
that.
but
Jordana Brewster, Faculty. Yeah,
I
just
did
saw like
go
the
see that because I'm working on a slasher movie a movie. I'm writing a slasher spec script. Nobody's asking me to. That's just my next thingy. So I've been watching a lot of slashers, and Hard Eyes had a fucking great Red Band trailer to the point where I was like, oh my God, I just like stared at the floor because I'm like, I know how these Red Band trailers go. They blow their load and they show you everything. So I didn't want all the kills ruined for me. But it started with a pretty vicious kill.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure my brothers love it. They're into horror movies just like you're into horror movies. I thought it sucked, but I mean, it wasn't even trying to be good, right?
Well, it was kind of like being a tongue-in-cheek rom-com while also mixing in slasher elements. And I feel like the rom-com stuff, at least to me, it seemed to be done intentionally, like silly. But you know, I'm a big Devon Sawa fan. I love the fucking Final Destination movies. Idle
But he
Hands
wasn't
kicks
in
ass.
enough of it.
He wasn't. It wasn't like a
if
Devon
you're-
Sawa movie. He was a supporting cast.
If you're also a big Devon Sawa fan, don't listen to Kevin and be like, "Oh wow, he's not that big a part of the movie."
I will say that because I think it's not like a true indie movie, but I think it was lower budget than you would think, and it's doing really well at the box office. Like a lot of times, because it came out, I think, the week before Valentine's Day, even though it is a Valentine's Day slasher. And I think it did pretty well its opening weekend, and then held really, really strong on this past weekend, on Valentine's Day weekend. So it's doing well, which, you know, as an indie
Those
filmmaker
fucking
myself, I
movies
enjoy seeing.
Tend to do well.
Yeah, I mean, we had to delay the show a little bit today because I was meeting with a rep from like a production company about John Cooper, and we're already late in the show. I can get into it more on the Patreon, but like that did come up. It was like, yeah, you made a really good, fun, funny R-rated comedy, and unfortunately, nobody wants them. Like, people do want them, but every distributor and streamer and production house thinks nobody wants comedy movies anymore. So, like, I was talking with my producer afterwards, and he was like, yeah, man, this really fucking tough out here. And if John Cooper, if everybody got fucking killed in it, that movie would have been sold 6 months ago. But the fact that nobody dies in it and there's no gore, it's going to be tough to sell. But
So just do some reshoots.
well, I mean, I will say
I'm
this.
kidding.
No,
I'm kidding.
It does seem like this could be the home stretch. I did put a thing up on Instagram where I would like thank you everybody who interacted with it and, you know, tagged some streamers in. I was like, hey, another award. Where do you want to see this? And people tagged a fucking shitload of streamers in it. So if you haven't done so, check out my Instagram and like tag streamers' socials in it. For everybody that just typed a streamer's name and didn't put the @ there, they don't see those. But if you @ them, there's a chance they'll see it. And I know I'm being very needy right now, but if you do the same thing on the trailer, which is pinned to my IG, if you tag some streamers in that could help too. But it looks like it might not be a huge win for me coming down the pike, but there could be a win for the Puminati coming, for people that want to see this movie. We might be
Nice, dude.
we might be on the right track of finding a way to get this out there in some capacity.
Well, just remember that this one wasn't supposed to be the big win. This was just supposed to be getting something out there to get you to the big win.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been nice to have a win and then a win, but
Well, I know, but getting your first movie sold is the win, Kevin.
Yeah.
That's the win. That's the fucking win.
And the thing that I keep trying to tell people on these calls, and
Tap it in.
if we
Just tap it in.
if we do get some like meetings with like actual decision makers and stuff, it's like, okay, yeah, I am an indie filmmaker, I am a first timer, but I have spent nearly 20 years in entertainment building an audience. Like there's already a built-in audience waiting to see this movie. Whatever it takes to see it, people will, like if it's on a streamer they don't have, they'll sign up for it to watch the movie. If it's a rental, if it's a physical, if it's a Blu-ray, people want to fucking check it out. And like, also, I feel like a lot of filmmakers in my position, they don't come with a built-in audience. They also don't come with a built-in like avenue to call in favors. Like I know all these comedians, like I can get on shows to promote it. I can get on Sirius XM shows to promote it. Like I can get the word out. So it's just a matter of getting these people's ear and letting them know and like, look at the fucking social media, man. Like this is a movie that hasn't come out yet. And look at the social media following for it. Look at the comments of the people that are excited to see it. Like this is going to be stuff that's going to, in these next few weeks, next month, this is when eyes are going to be on this stuff. So if you're not following the Instagram account if you're not following at John Cooper Movie, you know, you can unfollow it when the movie comes out, but every additional number they see on there, you know, that they're like, oh shit, there is some heat on this. People do want to see this. You know, leave comments on it. If you haven't gotten a poster yet, like get a poster. Like it sounds like I'm just trying to sell shit and like be a fucking snake oil salesman, but if I'm talking to a distributor and I'm like, dude, this is the amount of posters I've sold for a movie that's not even out yet. Like stuff like that does move the needle. So every poster that gets sold, every review on the Etsy store, every follower on Instagram, on social media, every view of the trailer on YouTube, all that stuff helps. And this is the time where it's all coming to a point where it's like, it's fucking now or never. So if you haven't been a part of it yet, if you haven't commented, if you haven't followed all that fucking shit, I know it's annoying to hear, but this is the crunch time. This is where it all comes down to where the eyes will be looking in the very near future. So, also, I just bought a whole nother fucking shipment of poster tubes, and all the sales just dried up immediately. So my laundry room is full of boxes of these poster tubes. It's fucking, they're not cheap, and neither is the shipping on them. So it would be nice to break even on just that part. But yeah, I'll get into it more on Patreon. But yeah, this is the time where I need the Puminati push. I need you guys behind me on this last leg of the battle.
Push like you're constipated.
Yeah. Big
Looks like you're giving birth to me, fully grown.
With a boner.
Anyways,
Yeah, hard eyes.
I'll suck 1.5 hard eyes next.
Oh my goodness. Man.
It's terrible. And I actually was going to give it 2, but I saw it's at 80% on Rotten Tomatoes. So I was like, I'll dig in another half dick since Rotten Tomatoes is sucking it overly too much. Pretty sure it's got a higher score than Armageddon. I think it might have double the percentage points of Armageddon.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoy a slasher. You get some kills in there, some gross shit, and you know, that's all I need out of it. And it had some gross kills. It had some fun stuff. So I don't have the hate for hard eyes that Jeff does. But Shuddy, that Captain America movie, that got some pretty bad reviews. And I think it overperformed at the box office, surprisingly enough. But I went into it once I saw that like the reviews were bad, and I was like, you know what? At this point, as long as you give me some good action in a Marvel movie, give me some good like superhero action, and I'll be okay. And it did have some cool shit. Like the Falcon now being Captain America, so you're combining like the wings with the shield and like the combos that come out of that in the fight scenes, there's some cool shit. He's doing some cool combos. The wings now are fucking like vibranium, the stuff from Black Panther. So it's like, okay, like Winter Soldier, he's got the super soldier serum, so he's like superhuman. Captain America, Steve Rogers, he got the serum. He's got superhuman strength. You know, it's not the craziest thing in the world where he's fighting Thanos and holding his hand back. But a dude in a suit going up against a Hulk, I was like, all right, you better give that guy the fucking serum. And he doesn't have the serum. He's got Wakanda wings and he's got the shield. So there was some stuff where I was like, yeah, I don't care how much fucking vibranium you got. You get a punch from the Red Hulk, you are done. You're a dude. That's it. Game over. So I hope at some point they do right in where he takes the serum, because it's not like in The Boys where it's like Compound V and you turn into like a fucking junkie and there's side effects. Like Captain America had the fucking serum and nobody was like, oh, but he's good. Just take it.
But when Sam takes over in the comic books, he didn't take the super soldier serum, did he?
I don't know. I've never really read any Captain America comic.
So those newer Captain America comics, when Sam takes over, is just after I stopped reading the newer Captain America storyline. So
I think it's one of those
why
things.
He didn't in the movie, because he didn't in the comics.
I mean, they even do a thing. There's like a scene in the movie where he's like, oh man, maybe I should have taken the serum. And they're like, no, but America looks up to you. And if they see a normal guy doing it, then they feel good about themselves. It's like, you're fighting fucking interdimensional monsters and shit and like superpowered aliens. I think it's a little more important to protect the human race than to have some guy be like, oh, maybe I could be Captain America someday. Stop the bad guys. Take the serum. Take the damn serum. That's what I'm saying. I think you should take it. But I will say, I know it probably sold a few $1 million in extra tickets, but like the whole movie is kind of like a political espionage thriller type thing. And who's pulling the strings? What's this leading up to? They showed the fucking Red Hulk in the trailer. You know the Red Hulk is coming. And then that's the big thing at the very end of the movie is the Red Hulk. And it's like,
really? It's at the end of the fucking movie after they put it in the goddamn trailer?
Yeah. So it's like, where are these bread crumbs leading to? It's like, well, I saw the trailer. They're leading to fucking Red Hulk. Like, get on with it. And that battle, it was fun. It was cool. I mean, you have to suspend a lot of disbelief to have a fucking regular dude fighting a Hulk, but I still, as a comic book nerd, I got enjoyment out of it. There were some like new characters introduced that I did not care for. They got a guy from the series of Falcon and Winter Soldier who is now Falcon, who I think that character is a total chode, and every time he was on screen, I was just like, oh, fucking end the scene already. Let's get this over with. This guy sucks. He just reminds me of like a douchey gym bro. And like he tries to be all funny and charming, and it's just like, nah, nope, not working. The president, his head of security, is a 65-pound, 4-foot girl who they explain her beating the shit out of gigantic, multiple trained military men at the same time because she went to Black Widow school. And it's like, I bought it when Scarlett Johansson did it, but I think you need, no matter how much training you have, you need a little bit more than 65 pounds if you're fighting gigantic military mercenary dudes.
Yeah.
So while I really, really do like Anthony Mackie a lot, and making Falcon Captain America, like I said, combining the wings with the fucking shield is cool. I'm all in on him being Captain America, but give him a better story, give him the serum, and I don't know. I'm really hoping that Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four kick ass, because this was a bit underwhelming, but I feel like if you're a Marvel head, you got to see it for the continuity, and you'll get that itch scratched of the battles and shit and the action. How are we doing on time? Do you guys want to play a quick game I made up?
Sure. Yeah.
Did you suck hard ice sticks? I
No,
don't remember
I'm
you
not
saying.
gonna suck any dicks on these.
Ugh.
I'll just let my words speak for themselves.
Okay.
Don't make it weird, Jeff.
Ugh. Oh, okay. Sorry, I don't want to be the weird one here.
Shuddy, can I have screen share permission?
You may. Give me un momento. Un momento. There you go, sir.
So we're going to have to go a little bit on the honor system here so I can give credit where credit is due. But I found this account on Threads. And let me look it up and give them their proper shout out. It's you want to be fucking difficult with me now, do you? I see. It's basically insane Facebook Marketplace. So there's an account that monitors just the craziest things that people are selling on Facebook Marketplace. Okay, Insane FB Marketplace. That's the account name. And some of this shit is fucking wild. So we can keep this game going. This could be a regular thing, but you guys have to not follow it, so you can't cheat and see all the thingies.
Understood.
So it's the most
cool with
random, weirdest shit that people are selling. So I took some screenshots. I blurred out the prices. I will show you the item. I will describe it for the people not watching this on YouTube, and then you guys bid on how much you think it's going for. And obviously, whoever's closest, we can do Price is Right rules without going over. We'll take the cake, take the point, if you will. So this first item is a vintage 1998 plastic shopping bag from Walmart. So somebody on Facebook is trying to sell a shopping bag, just a regular plastic bag that your shit would be packed in when you check out at Walmart. It's a blue one with the smiley face rollback. I don't know why this person found this in 2025 and decided to list it, but how much do you think a Walmart vintage shopping bag is going for? Oh.
I'm going to say $75.
What I was gonna say. Oh man.
Sorry, Jeff. You can guess first next round.
Thanks. I think I'll be over. I'll go 100. I'll just double it. 150.
I mean, the description says 1998, no rips.
That's huge.
They only have one
If
for
I
sale.
saw that- Do you want to change your guess, Shuddy, knowing that there's no rips?
No.
Okay.
Well, you guys should have, because you both overbid. They want $10.
Oh, well, that's not nearly as bad as I...
I can send you the link if you want to buy it, Shuddy.
No. The way that we were on this thing was I thought it was going to be a much wilder...
Yeah. I mean, bags are 10 cents each in California. It's only 100 times. I mean, it's a stupid purchase, but I made a lot of stupid purchases for $10.
Well, this next one I'm going to need your guys' help on. So this is a piece of memorabilia from the Eagles' Super Bowl victory.
What?
So,
It's huge, Shuddy.
I don't know if this makes any sense to you, Shuddy Boy. So this is the first picture. I guess what you're focusing on is right here. It is just a rolling table? Do you know what this is from, Shuddy?
Well, it has what does it say in the description? It says a cart used in.
Yeah, it's a cart used in.
I don't
the
even
Eagles.
see it anymore.
Well, no, because I'm pulling up this different picture. So it was a 2-picture listing. Let me share this one. This is a better look at the cart. So this was used in the celebration for the Eagles' Super Bowl victory. It's just a fucking push cart.
So that would have probably been in the locker room that had the champagne or cigars or other things on it. So I don't know.
The description literally says, the cart used in the Eagles' Super Bowl championship celebration.
So I think you're giving that cart way too much credit. I think it was a cart used by the fans to throw people against cars with
Yeah.
and project them at other Eagle fans because we know there is a lot of Eagle fan on fan violence.
So what do you think? What do you think this person is selling this piece of Eagles Super Bowl history for?
I think they took a small haircut for it. I bet you that cart retails for $40 and they're trying to get rid of it for $30.
I'm going to say $1,000 because
I have
it's
to be closer.
documented. Because it's documented.
What was yours, Jeff? You said 30?
I said $30.
Well, going by the Price is Right rule, Jeff, you win because it's being sold for $500.
Wow. Okay. I kind of feel bad about. Well, I mean, I am closer.
I mean, again,
$470
Shuddy,
away.
it's half of what you thought it would be. I can send you this link too.
I don't want that.
Fair enough. All right, well, maybe you will want this. This is a set of 35 church pews.
So you just got a promotion. I'm not going to buy that sick Eagles cart used at the parade. Just treat yourself, man.
This is 35 church pews from the 1930s. I don't know if that makes a difference, but
I'm going to say $350.
$10 a pew. Wow. I'm going to guess 700. I'll double up, Shuddy. I think they can get $20 a pew.
well, that is another point for Jeff. Because if you want all 35 of those pews, that is going to cost you $10,000.
Oh my!
What?
According to this person on Facebook Marketplace.
That person
Does
is
it have
fucking
any?
smoking crack.
Does it have any bids?
Well, I don't think it's like eBay where they're bidding. It's just, here's the
okay.
price. If you want it, DM me.
Do you think
Yeah,
that maybe
but-
they meant to put $1,000 and just mistyped? There's no way that they can think those are worth $100 a bench.
I mean, there's probably good craftsmanship in the 30s. Some good sturdy pews.
You should bookmark that and see if it ever sells.
Yeah. Or go back to it when we start the Church of the Puminati.
Yeah. Well, all for them. Is there like
I'm sick of paying taxes.
an OBO on it as well?
No. I mean, I'm sure you could haggle them. You could probably DM them and be like, look, I'll
Fucking hope.
give you $9,000.
Yeah, right. How about you're asking for $10,000? What if I give you $400? What about that?
Well, this next one is a little bit more our speed. This is from the 80s. This is a promotional item. I don't know if you remember this, Shuddy, but this is a Kraft Dinner macaroni and cheese fold-up phone.
That's pretty fucking rad. I cannot hate on that.
The spirals on the actual cord of the phone have lost a lot of their elasticity. It looks like this thing has seen better days, but it's a rectangular box of Kraft mac and cheese. You unfold it, and it's like a transformer. All of a sudden, it is a landline phone, which...
Does it work?
the description just says 1980s Kraft dinner phone. There's no updates on its functionality, but I imagine it would.
How many people do you think still have a home phone?
I think a decent amount of people do. If you have disposable income and you don't mind paying the monthly fees to have it, it's one of those things that's like, if cell service ever goes out or whatever, you can still make phone calls from it, but then you're also limited to only being able to call other people who also have landlines. There's no such thing as cell phones. But if I were to have a landline, I would want it to be something fun like this. A Kraft macaroni and cheese box that functions as a phone. How much would you guys pay for this? Or how much do you think this is being sold for?
It's a legit collector's item. I'm gonna go $800.
I'm gonna say 150.
Well, you guys both overbid. It's only $75. Jeff, do you want that link?
That also seems fair. Yeah, I kind of do. Yeah, I kind of do want to get that on my desk.
All right, well, this next item, I know you guys like to poop in style. And this would be a very, very fancy place to drop a deuce.
Who doesn't?
At least
Onyx. Oh, wow.
An Onyx toilet seat. It's a
Slam.
Let the turds be turds. I always thought Onyx was a black stone, but this is more, correct me if I'm wrong, but green?
So
Is it green?
Onyx, that is like a cream color. But yes, Onyx is black.
Well,
yeah, it is like green
Onyx,
mixed with jizz.
actually, it can be multiple colors, it looks like. What color is Onyx?
well, it's going to be multiple colors once Jeff gets done with it. It looks like it has
two poops today.
one of those top buttons. So, like the top tank, there's just like a button you press straight down to flush it, and that's always cool. I always like pushing a button rather than flipping a handle. I don't know why.
I agree. That's classy. I want a toilet like that one day.
There's like some scallop shell carvings going into the bottom of the bowl. Looks kind of luxurious. This is being sold on Facebook Marketplace. It looks like it's sitting on a wooden pallet. What would you guys think that this is going for? An Onyx toilet.
$1,000.
I was going to go 200.
Well, that's a point for Shuddy. That is a
No shit.
$4,000 toilet you're looking at.
What the fuck?
Yeah. This
Well, they're
must
not
have
getting
been
4,000 for it.
carved by Michelangelo or something. I don't know. Maybe when the next feature sells, I'll see if that listing is still live. All right, this next item. Get ready, fellas. Because whoever calls dibs first gets the link. This is a collection of used or some non-used fleshlights. Oops, hold on. I didn't realize you could skip ahead on this fucking thing. There's some buttholes, there's some mouths, there's a vampire mouth, there's some pussies, there's just some straight up slits. It looks like there's an avatar vagina in there, but this is a collection of fleshlights. The guy put a long post to this, but he says, I'm selling my mostly new collection of fleshlights. I don't really want to sell them. But I just got serious with my girlfriend and need to get rid of these before she notices them in my closet.
Yeah, you do. Just light them on fire. What if she runs into the post, you idiot?
As you can see, I have quite a bit, and they are becoming harder to hide from her as she moves more of her stuff into my apartment.
You should have gotten rid of these way before you got into the moving stage.
I am roughly 6'2", 170 athletic pounds. I frequently hit the gym. Each of the fleshlights have been used by me exclusively, with the exception of maybe 4 of them in which I let my brother and cousin try them out for a week.
This is ridiculous. What does this physique and gym physical activity have to do at all with this combo? Like, what does that? Why is that in the description?
I asked myself that same question, Jeff, and the best conclusion I could come to is that this is going to be purchased by a bisexual man. And you can see there where I blurred out the price next to it. It says sold. So I apologize. You guys missed out on this.
Oh man!
But I imagine if you're
I call
bi,
dibs.
like having sex with a fleshlight that another dude used who is like, hey, I'm pretty handsome. That could be like an incentive.
Yeah, take it easy. Your commentary is getting problematic, I think, buddy.
No, it isn't. Get out of here.
75 cents.
Well, hold on, Shuddy. He says, I have roughly 38 to 42 different fleshlights. I lost track after 20. Not limited to vaginas, but also anuses and mouths as well. Most of the mouth fleshlights are new, except for some light kissing while using the vag or butt ones. So this guy's having three ways. He has his dick in an ass fleshlight while planting light smooches on the mouth fleshlight.
Wow, a fleshlight pyramid. Impressive.
This guy is living life.
It is amazing that he's been able to find a girlfriend.
I know. Does this woman know the fucking creep she is moving in with?
I feel bad for the fleshlights that he had to break up with when he started seeing his girlfriend.
Holy shit. So I didn't read this whole thing before I brought it to the show.
How did you stop reading at any point during this? I am riveted. What is going to come out of this idiot's mouth next?
It's been a very busy day. In fact, the only mouth one that is not considered new is the vampire mouth, which got heavy use. And then in parentheses, kissing and full penetration, because I was and still am really into the Twilight Saga.
So this dude is bi.
Probably.
He doesn't make love, he fucks.
Oh, yeah. I actually
did not
have...
make love to that fleshlight. He fucked it.
He says, I actually have two vampire mouths because the first got used so much. As for the vagina and anuses, most have had moderate to heavy penetration use, with the exception of 2 to 3, which have just had a finger or two inserted. What is this guy fucking doing?
Yeah, why are you buying fleshlights just to finger them?
Yeah, foreplay? You're playing baseball with the fleshlights, buddy?
Yeah, like what? I don't know, but what do you think this collection of fleshlights sold for? But remember, about 38 to 42 of them, but he's not counting.
Serious guesses only, Shuddy. Come on, 75 cents? You know he's trying to sell it for more.
$300.
That's a good guess. Yeah, I'm gonna go 500. I think he values his fleshlight collection more than Shuddy thinks he values it.
Well, he and Shuddy might be the same guy because you are very close, Shuddy. That is a point for you. $350.
I don't like that analogy. I don't like.
All right. Well, this next one is an item that neither of you are going to be into.
How is that not the end? You have to end with that.
Oh, I've got more. And this next one is perhaps a birthday present for the serial killer in your life. This is a large triangular glass container filled with doll arms and doll legs.
That is like a horror movie thing, where it's like a character walks into a house they think is creepy. He's like, I don't know. Then you see that on the floor. You're like, oh, I'm fucking done. I am dead here.
I mean, even if this jar was not filled with baby arms and legs, I would still be creeped out by it. Where do you find a triangle big glass jar with almost like a pacifier looking top? And then why did you decide to fill it with fucking doll arms and legs, you goddamn weirdo? And why are you selling it? What use have you gotten out of this where you don't need it anymore?
Yeah, and why do you think anyone else would need it or want it? Looks like there's a fleshlight in there too.
It's the same guy.
When you accidentally went to this picture while you were talking about the fleshlights, I was like, wait, is that what he's shipping them in? Oh man, I don't know. Like, how do you pick? You can click pick up or shipping. If you go and pick that purchase up, you're crazier than the motherfucker selling it.
Yeah, tell everybody in your life where you're going and put an AirTag in your pocket.
like you're going to pick that up with the intention of murdering the serial killer. Like I am going to, this person kills people for fun and I'm going to get them first.
Yeah, there's only one outcome here, and it's not you go home with that jar of doll parts. It's you end up in the next jar.
Someone's got to die.
Yeah.
Once that transaction happens, someone's got to go.
You become this guy's fleshlight. What are you guys bidding?
I'll guess. That's my guess first. I'm going to guess $44.
$15. 15 doll hairs, actually.
Oh, excellent usage there, Shuddy. But unfortunately, that's another point for Jeff.
Fuck.
Nice.
Jeff, those doll parts are yours, my friend, for the low price of $250.
That's insane. That is insane.
Yeah.
Give me the flashlights. I mean, at least I can use those or something.
All right, this next item is also somewhat erotic. Jeff, I would love for you to read the engraving on this Zippo lighter. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know what the screen share looks on your guys' end.
Sexy girl, butt girl. I like sexy Alice.
It's got a tattoo on her thigh, a butterfly tattoo on her thigh,
Yeah, so it's like this.
and a peace tattoo on her right shoulder.
Nope, that's a cross. That's a cross.
Excuse me, cross. And it's technically what is that? Tricep? No.
It's like the outline of
It's
a
her
lady.
shoulder. It's like where I have my
Yeah.
nothing on that arm, where I have the tiger.
Gotcha. Yeah, thanks.
So this is a vintage lighter that has at the bottom of it, for some reason, sexy girl, butt girl, I like sexy Alice, ... It's almost like AI made this.
I think this guy's. Well, actually, it's your guess first, Shuddy.
$600.
I was going to say $15. Actually, no. I'm saying $10.
Well, Jeff, your repricing could have hurt you, but it didn't. That sexy lighter is only $25.
Ooh.
All right, only a couple more of these, but this one is kind of interesting. If I were a rich man and had fuck you money to do just cool shit with, this would be in the running. This is an original Blockbuster quick drop box. So if you, after hours, were returning your rental, you would drop it in this mailbox looking bastard, this metal monstrosity. I would actually prefer this to be in better condition. It's kind of beat to shit, but the nostalgia value of this is pretty cool as far as I'm concerned. I don't know where this person got this. Blockbusters have been gone for quite a while.
Probably heavy, huh?
It looks heavy. It's big. It's bulky. Maybe this person just had a massive storage unit and it's been sitting there for a while and they're like, oh shit, I forgot about this thing. But what do you think a Blockbuster Video drop box is going for?
It's my guess first, right? I'll guess $163.
$164.
Piece of shit.
Diabolical move, Shuddy. But it worked out
That's
for
fucked
you.
up. That's fucking lame.
That can be yours for the low price of $2,500.
See, and you know what? I was gonna go with a higher bid, but I've been fucking it up so badly that I knew I needed to be higher than Jeff.
All right, let's skip to the end and just do one
Who
more.
plays like that? He's just
A lot of people on Price is Right do that, buddy.
Yeah, well, I thought we had more honor here, but apparently we don't.
Well,
this
I'm never usually involved in these, so.
Gotcha.
Well, Jeff and Shuddy, this is your last chance for glory. This is the final item of the game today, and it's a biggie. Somebody on Facebook Marketplace is selling a set of 2 escalators. It looks like this photo was taken in a functioning mall. I don't know how you're getting those out. I don't know where you're putting them. I don't know how you're getting them from point A to point B. But as you can see, as the heading on this listing, this person is looking for a quick sale. It's just what you see at the mall. An up escalator next to a down escalator.
Big.
$1,600.
I'll guess 5,000.
Jeff, you get the final point of the day.
God damn it.
But you both were
Nice.
way, way off. If you want your own personal set of up and down escalators, that is going to run you, and this was discounted, $125,000.
$125,000, that's priced for a quick sale?
I have never even put a second of thought in my entire life as to how much an escalator costs, but if that's what a used one goes for, I don't know what the fuck a brand new escalator costs.
Hold on. How much does a brand new escalator cost?
Does it
Okay.
with assembly?
Brand new run 25 to 100 grand.
You said this guy wanted 125?
Yeah, but maybe that's only for an up one. If you want a down
But
one, it's
now-
double.
But now, that's what Uncle Google AI Overview says, but Delphar Elevator says that they range from 125 to 325.
Man,
So if that's the case, then these are a steal.
I never realized the fucking high-class luxury that is escalators. God damn. Well, there you have it, frienderinos. There is insane Facebook Marketplace listings. Shout out to Insane FB Marketplace on Threads.
Nice.
Well, I do believe that has taken us to the end of our journey, friends. But if you don't wish for your fun to be over, all you have to do is go to patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour and sign up. Come on in, the water's fine. We have tons and tons of great content waiting for you. And once you get past the paywall, you have access to all of it. The entire 7+ year
Catalog.
history. It's all yours. And look at that, you get to support small businesses like Puminati Inc. It's not a real business, but, you get to support us, your homies. So, check it out. Patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. You can also follow us on social media. I'm at Kevin Kraft.
At Shuddy Boy.
At Jeffro Records.
And at MSPH Podcast. And at John Cooper Movie. If you guys wouldn't mind helping me out on crunch time here for trying to get this movie out to you fine people, do it up. Every follow is appreciated. And if you would like to help out with the costs of all of this, get yourself a beautiful The Second Coming of John Cooper poster. I'll even sign it. All you have to do is go to etsy.com/shop/John Cooper Movie. Do it up. I will send it out to you with the quickness. And like I was saying, we're about to have people look at the stats of this movie and just see how enticing it is. And if they see lots of sales for a poster for a movie that hasn't even fucking come out yet, they'll be like, whoa, all right, there's some heat on this son of a bitch. And you can also check out Jeff's sports betting podcast, Outkick Bets with Jeff Clark.
That's right. I'm going to connect the homie David Troy this week, and we're going to do an NBA podcast talking about the second half of the NBA season now that we're through the All-Star game, and give out some best bets for the Thursday slate. So check that out. And then moving forward, I'll sprinkle in some NBA podcasts and be hitting the big golf tournaments. But yeah, this week NBA is back, so we'll talk about it with the homie David Troy.
There you go. And if you want to see these episodes, you can see all the items that were for sale in that game. Go to youtube.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. All right, everybody. Thank you all so much for listening. And until next time, something